everyone, it's Kelsey here, and it's time for another Noble Paiges book club discussion with me, Kelsey Noble, and Paige Evans over on her blog, which I will link up down below in the description section on YouTube. So make sure you go check out her answers to these questions. So the book we're discussing this month is Big Little Lies, and I am super excited to talk about it with you guys. This month I'm actually doing something a little bit different. Paige and I both have the same questions this month, so you can go back and forth and read both of our read her answers and listen to mine, and then we can get talking about the book. So first question is, who did you suspect was the murder victim? Did that change throughout the book? And if you guessed correctly, when did you begin to suspect, and how did you feel when you found out who it was? So I did not know who the murderer was, or who the victim was, I should say. It kind of kept changing. I couldn't decide who it was going to be, and I never really suspected, no. And then whenever I found out who it was, I just felt like it was a little too simplified and a little too easy and a little too, like, smooth of a way to get rid of the villain in the book. And then kind of pairing up with that, the next question is, were you surprised when the culprit was revealed? Did she get a fair sentence in your opinion? Okay, so obviously this is a big spoiler. Bonnie is the one that actually ended up killing Perry, who had been abusing his wife, and he fathered a child out of wedlock while he was married to his wife. And anyway, like, it's a whole big, like, drama-filled book in some ways. And while I really enjoyed the characters and the female friendships and the bonds and the humor of this book, I honestly didn't like the murder aspect. I felt like finding out who got killed and who killed who, I felt like it was a little bit too easy. I felt like you learned that Perry was this bad guy and that he wasn't this wholesome father person like you thought he was. And then it turns around and he gets killed by the nicest, sweetest person in the book. It seemed too easy for me. And I didn't really like that as a whole. But yes, I did think she got a fair sentence just because, I don't know, of her background and the way it happened. And obviously, you know, he was an abuser, but obviously you don't get the death penalty for being a wife abuser. I don't know, so yeah. Anyway, that's that's what I feel about that part of the book. So anyway, moving on. Did you think that Ziggy was the bully? Did you think he was being bullied? And did you suspect that it was really Max? So I never thought it was Ziggy. I did, like, I wondered, because obviously the book makes you wonder, is it him? Is it not? Is it him? Is it not? But I honestly never really suspected him. I thought he was just way too sweet of a little boy, and he didn't really have any reason to be a bully. If anything, like, being the new kid in class, he's the one that's going to get bullied. Especially coming from a perspective where it was like a small, close-knit town, and they, like, he didn't have play dates with other children, and then his mom didn't know the other moms, you know, for his whole childhood. So if anything, yeah, I suspected that he would have been bullied. And no, I never suspected that it was Max. I thought it was maybe one of the little girls. Yeah. Did you suspect that Tom was not in fact gay, and were you glad for Jane? Yes, I suspected that Tom wasn't gay, just because, I don't know, I felt like, just the way the book was written, I felt like, yeah, Tom and Jane were gonna work out, just because, like, books like these always wrap up easily at the end. And while I enjoy them as a light, fluffy read, it bugs me that I know that he's not going to turn out to be gay, because he's going to be Jane's boyfriend. So yeah, I suspected, but I was really happy for her, because I think she's such a sweet person. And would you watch Big Little Lies if it became a movie? Yeah, I think it would actually be a really cute movie. I think they would have to deal with the murder aspect a little bit differently. Just because I like the way they had like interviews at the beginning of the book and how it kind of, what do I want to say? It kind of like went back and forth, and so you never really know who was the victim or who did it until like the end. But so I think that would be really interesting to watch in a movie format. But I do think it would be a really cute movie, and I'm not a huge movie person, but I do think it would be a cute movie. I would just be interested to see like how they handle that aspect of it. And there's such a wide range of characters that I would be curious as to how they would cast all of those roles. So, but overall, I did like this book. I felt like it was a little bit predictable, like in most of these cases, but the two big things is that I never suspected really who was going to die and who killed him until the end, when it was revealed. So that was a surprise, but then just the fact that it all wrapped up so neatly really drives me nuts. I like open-ended books, kind of. I hate them, but I love them. Anyway, so that's what I thought about Big Little Lies. So make sure and head over to Paige's blog so you can read her half of the discussion and see what her answers were to these questions. And make sure to give us a big thumbs up and leave your comments down below. Have you read Big Little Lies? What did you think of it? And the next book that we'll be reading for the Noble Paiges Book Club is a little bit different. It's a nonfiction book, and it is called Empty Mansions. And I am actually really excited about it. So I will leave the links to Big Little Lies and Empty Mansions down below in the comment section, so you can check out either one of these books if you want, and you can get started on the book for the next time. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see everyone soon. Have a great day, everyone.